I know, I pray for death every day.
Oh my god.
That son of a bitch knows what will happen when the time comes. He's afraid. I'm gonna kill God.
You missed it, Zach.
What do you mean? The party just arrived.
No, I asked Bowie how he was feeling. He said he was feeling pretty much okay, except he hadn't tried to stand it up yet.
To stand it up.
He said, I haven't stand it up yet. I said, boy, no.
Oh my word, my friends were telling me the other day, because my friend Brandon, he runs a D&D game that I play in, and he's like, I'm exhausted and stuff, so we're gonna have a short session today. And I'm like, dude, what happened? You know what's going on? And he's saying this shit like, oh, well, I had to stay at the shop and help Carl after, he fucking flipped a table over himself and helped clean up some vomit. I'm like, what? What do you mean flipped a table over his head? Carl is not a short dude. And the tables there are not small either. They are easily like 7 foot long and like 3 or 4 feet wide. And I'm like, also vomited in the shop? What? He's like, yeah. Our friend Terrell, was Terrell and challenged him to do something, and well, you know how Carl is. And apparently he had challenged Carl to drink as much triple filtered vodka as he could.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
And they did this in the game shop.
No.
And he drank so much, because Carl always would talk about how much alcohol he can handle and all this.
Oh, fuck.
So he overestimated his power, essentially.
Oh.
Drank like 5 cups of this. Not shots. Like full-on red Solo cups of this shit. Ended up puking his guts out, and somewhere in his drunken state managed to flip a table over himself.
Yeah.
Hours later, he's like, I'm never drinking again. I'm like, understandable approach after that. However, insert LA Noir doubt.
Doubt.
Yeah, I don't see Carl never drinking alcohol again, but I can understand if he never drinks that much again. Or never gets drunk again. Because holy shit, that had to have been an experience. Because I've been on that verge of, man, I gotta focus on breathing. I might die if I don't. It's not a good time.
Breathing.
Also, what is this picture? This seems too fancy for this shit show. Or wait, no, there's tentacles. No, that's just about right.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I see it now. I didn't realize those were tentacles at first. I wasn't really sure what I was looking at other than the Skeleman.
Yep, Skeleman with tentacles, and look, there's flames and birds.
That's gay. If that's not gay porn, I don't know what it is.
It's tentacle porn. The fuck?
Do those tags have to be exclusive? That's what I thought. No, they don't. That's not how tags work. Maybe the octopus is a dude. You don't know.
The octopus is apparently a dude. Look at him. He coming out the guy's pants.
I mean,
and his suit jacket.
Or he's coming up through the floor, cropping a feel. You never know.
Oh, whoa! It's coming up from the floor.
Yep.
It's coming up from the floor. I always thought it was coming from the guy.
Are you sure he's the drunk one?
I cannot say he was the only drunk.
Fair. I'll allow it.
Never did I say Bowie is the only drunk one. No. No. Bowie knows me at this point. He knew.
Yeah.
He knows.
There is no return from this.
There is no going back. We've crossed over.
Speaking of which, chapter 2.
Fuck, we have to go back to this. Can't I just sew my eyelids shut instead?
I don't see how that would help with this.
I wouldn't have to look at it.
Shock. That was all Tom had felt as he sat in the quiet interrogation room, alone, numb with shock.
And a boner.
As he sat in the silence, his mind tried to reel back and remember what had happened more than an hour ago. A detective named Green had visited him. He was brought into Kyle's room, which the cops had to break into, and had turned out to be completely derelict for 3 weeks, and he, Tom, had seen what had become of his friend Kyle.
And he, Tom, the navigation system.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna be quiet now.
He could still vividly remember the look of horror upon Kyle's face, the jaw hanging uselessly from its sockets.
What?
Sockets?
I guess, but also you said it seemed like.
Yeah.
So, how could it have been hanging if it seemed like it? It was connected, or it wasn't, jackass.
So apparently it was connected because it's hanging uselessly from its socket.
Let the sock in. You know what I'm saying?
Sock him up.
Catch these hands.
If the jaw was distinctly hanging loose, hanging uselessly as he says, then that would imply that the body had been propped up at some point. I'm assuming if it was on a gurney, it would be laying flat.
Yeah.
That's true.
From its sockets and the eyes wide, dead and empty. After that,
Of course, he's fucking dead.
yes. One would assume they would be very dead.
Shut the fuck up.
This guy was very lifelike in his dead state.
Oh my god.
After that, he was brought to the police station by Detective Green, who told him to wait in the interrogation room, promising him he wasn't in any kind of trouble.
You're just our number one suspect right now. Jealous ass gay boy.
Tom had been sitting in this dark, quiet room, looking at the
Where's
polished...
the comma?
looking at the
I'm
polished...
telling you, this shit adds up. Tom fucking did it. He did it. And then he was so traumatized by the fact that he did it, he deleted it from his memory
You know what happened?
as a coping mechanism.
I know exactly what happened.
What's that?
Yeah.
Tom stuck his dick too far down the mouth and broke the jaw. And now he's making up all these excuses as to why the jaw looks so deformed that he was sexually.
Yeah. No.
That's what
Tom did it. I'm telling you, it makes sense. It's all adding up.
Looking at the polished table ever since. He still couldn't well register what he had seen, what felt like minutes ago.
Man, you can't well register the English language. No wonder this guy can't register shit.
How did he not see the signs? What fucking signs?
The signs were he was missing. You noticed, mister, I called you 57 times. Pick up the phone.
How did he not consider the possibility that his own friend had been dead for 3 weeks?
his own lover.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe because most, people don't immediately jump to the assumption that the person they're thinking about is dead. Because fuck that noise. Oh shit, where is he? He's 5 minutes late. Well, I guess he's fucking dead. I guess I'll start making the funeral arrangements. Damn, they really came sooner than I thought. Fucking, that's why it didn't occur to you, jackass. I know it's been 3 weeks, but people don't do that. This guy is a fucking alien, alright? Doesn't understand anything.
He
That's why
believed.
the jaw was broken. It wasn't the right size.
Ooh. Ooh. Big alien dick. I like it.
Aliens.
He believed, probably hoped, that Kyle was merely busy, that something kept coming up and he had to cut classes in order to deal with it.
We fucking know!
Something.
No! You spent all of chapter 1 fucking telling us that! We know! You don't have to keep telling us! We fucking know! We were there! We remember! I'm sorry. I got out of hand.
But no, Kyle was not busy at all. He was dead. Tom
It'll get better.
Tom snapped out of his increasing depression as he saw the door open. Detective Green walked into the room carrying a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee, that's very suspicious.
Yes, he should have been a donut. Following behind him was a dark-haired woman that looked younger than Green, wearing a hot pink vest over her white button.
That's so informative. Younger. How younger? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15. You're younger than late 20s. Great. Well, what's the range? I mean, sure, we can assume early 20s. But, I don't know, maybe she's barely legal. Who knows? Maybe she is a child. Maybe, you know, Green is a pedophile like we believed him to be. You know, we never know. Also, who in their right mind wears bright, hot, neon pink vest in a police station as their work clothes?
What is this guy's obsession with vests?
Also, yeah, this guy's really obsessed with vests. I think he might be a gay alien.
He's totally a gay alien that has a fetish for vests. Fuck. Probably looks.
Because I don't think I know a straight dude that likes vests. Hell, I don't think I know any gay guys that like vests. I think the only guys I've seen that like guests have been who like vests have been flaming gay guys.
Not like guests.
He wants a motel.
Look, I've had a little bit of a So,
Continue.
yeah, I don't know what this guy's deal is.
Yeah.
But yeah, also the pink in a work environment. No.
Especially in law enforcement.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, if it was more of a muted, chalky kind of color, yeah. But neon hot pink,
Sure.
you look like no.
Looks like a clown.
She looks like a night crawler walking in like that.
How much?
I don't know. That's up to her and her pink neon fucking vest.
Probably more than standard. That vest probably wasn't cheap. Because nobody in their right mind would sell that shit.
She's probably got a lot of room to stuff all them dollar bills, y'all, and her pink ass, neon ass, puffer vest.
White button shirt and dark blue jeans. Green gave the coffee to Tom. Here, you look like you needed to pick me up.
A pick me up? Yeah. Let me pick up my dead boyfriend from the floor.
As Tom took the cup and sipped it, he and the woman sat down with him. Green across from him and the woman beside him. Alright, introductions. Tom, this is my sister Sarah. He paused.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Tom shook the woman's hand. She's part of the investigation I'm working on. A pleasure to meet you, Tom, Sarah Green said. Then with a tone of warm concern, she asked, "Are you feeling okay?" Tom couldn't respond. He felt
It feels like an asshole question to ask. We know you found your boyfriend, your friend, dead. And you just saw his corpse. But are you doing okay? Are you fucking kidding me?
I can stuff you in my neon.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, What an asshole question. Like, oh my word. Fuck this bitch.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
He felt his face heat up as he looked at his coffee cup. I'm sorry about what happened to your friend, Tom. Sarah gave her condolences, putting a hand on Tom's shoulder. From across the table?
I guess.
Got some long fucking arms.
Yeah.
Got fucking Slender Man's sister over here.
Also, his face heat up. Is he embarrassed that she asked, "Are you feeling okay?" This doesn't fit the narrative at all.
Well, he doesn't know what to feel because he's gay.
But at the same time, what's there to be embarrassed about? Other than, you know, the world-shaking realization he's never going to get laid now.
It's just...
I don't... Like, there's nothing remotely embarrassing going on here. Other than physical contact with another human being. If you want to consider that as embarrassing. Which I guess would go to prove the whole virgin ass never getting laid in his life angle.
We both are.
But why would he be embarrassed about, you know, female contact? Clearly Kyle was the only one he ever wanted to shove his dick in.
We both are, honestly, Derek responded. What is he responding to?
Yeah, what?
She wasn't talking to him.
No, he is backing up what she said. He's essentially agreeing with her. Saying that he is also sorry. That's just a very weird way to put it. We both are, honestly. Like, the way you use that is if there is one speaker speaking about being sorry about what happened, and then that speaker chimes in with a "we both are," speaking for the other person who has not said anything, to spare them for having to repeat the same thing that was already said. You don't have a speaker say it and then a second speaker say "we both are." Obviously, you both are if you're going to agree. That's why you just agree and say, "I'm sorry" as well, or something like that. That's why it's confusing. It's not how you use it.
Yep. Now listen, Tom. The reason you're here isn't because you're in trouble. We don't suspect you had anything to do with what happened to Kyle. So
Wow, you're a shitty detective.
so you don't gotta worry. We do, however, require your help. Jesus fucking Christ.
We don't suspect that you're a suspect. So here, help us with our investigation. Oh my god, if Tom actually was the guy who did it. You ever see Death Note? That's what's fucking happening here.
Yep.
The fucking morons are letting the guilty party work with the detectives to catch the guilty party. So fucking stupid.
My help? Tom said quietly while shaking, not taking his eyes off the cup. He felt his grief just starting to spill out. My friend's dead. He's fucking dead, and I...
Didn't get to stick my dick in.
Also, this guy's a shitty millennial. What do you mean you let your grief spill out? Fucking bottle it up and just deal with it like the rest of us.
It's just...
But seriously, like, no shit, your friend's dead. We know. We were there. Like, and you're telling the detective there's a lie? Like, I know this leads into him saying something else, but this seems like just such a dumb fucking thing to say. Like, it sounds like one of those things that happens in, like, a movie or whatever. But
Yeah.
It's honestly shitty dialogue in a movie, too.
That seems to be how this
Like-
guy fucking writes.
Any time I've seen somebody who's, like, just found out somebody close to them has died, they don't sit there and mumble on about how they're dead or whatever. They're just, you know, it's either silent shock or they're rambling on about something else, or they're just rambling on about, you know, how they were or whatever. They're not sitting there harping on saying that they're dead or whatever. That's not been my experience at all. So it's not realistic. It's just something that happens in movies and TV shows, and people are like, "Oh, that's how people react." Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when it happens, when it happens in TV shows, it's meant to create drama, because essentially that movie or TV show is a drama. You have to create it from something.
He's dead. We gotta remind you he's dead because we had a commercial break a minute ago. He's dead. It's fucking awful.
He felt his eyes welling up, his voice breaking. I had no idea, nor did I do anything to help him. I should have read the signs the minute he stopped responding to my calls. I should have been there. I should have fucking done something. What fucking signs?
Like, should have been there and just stop answering my calls. Just like doesn't pick up the phone, goes down to his dorm room, kicks the door open. There he is, banging another dude. I'm gonna. I should go.
Yes, the signs.
Yep, so many signs.
He wiped his eyes, sniffling. Sarah handed him a box of tissues, which he took a couple
Wait.
from.
Bowie.
Yes.
I spilled alcohol upon my carpeting, so I've been cleaning it, and I missed. Who the fuck is Sarah?
The detective's sister.
Yeah. The chick in the hot pink vest.
Okay, that bitch.
Oh man, I like that. Just first female shows up. What a bitch.
Fucking hate females. Fuck females.
No, that's what Tom's not trying to do.
Oh, he's trying to. I thought he was gay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't want to fuck females.
He clearly is.
A little wordplay there on you.
Damn, I'm like so behind the times, guys. Wow. Get out of my carpet!
Sarah handed him a box of tissues, which he took a couple from.
Look, he doesn't need to masturbate. Maybe he does. You know, he's really pent up.
The carpet does not match the drapes.
Fucking what? Whoa. Roll back here. What?
What happened? Did he
No. I'm talking about you. What did you just say? Something about the carpet and the drapes?
I was making a joke with my sister-in-law. That's all.
All right.
Now, Tom, this isn't your fault, Derek tried to assure him. I mean, there wasn't really much of anything you or anyone else could have done. You're not at fault here, I promise you. If anyone should be guilty of this, it's whoever killed your friend.
Which was you. Tom.
Like a 50s TV announcer.
Yeah. This is awful. This is so bad.
Tom quietly asked, who'd want to kill Kyle? I mean, I know he was a bit of a reckless prick. I even poked fun at it with him, but he was never one to make
Look,
enemies.
why are you poking at his dick? Just say it already. Fucking Christ, man.
Derek and Sarah exchanged looks, and then Sarah turned to look at Tom and informed him.
Tom asked, "Hey Sarah, does the carpet match the drape?"
There it is.
We have evidence to believe that Kyle's death wasn't just some random murder. Tom looked at her. What?
He died choking on dick.
What a way to go. God doing what he loved. Just fucking gargling jizz.
Come on, that's my,
Died doing who he loved.
that's my brother, bitch. Get the fuck out, man. Oh my god, dog.
Damn, is that domestic violence going on over
No,
there?
it's not. My sister-in-law just... I said he went out choking on dick, and my sister-in-law went, that's how I want to...
I mean, it's not her brother.
No, it's not her.
So-
He said his ass like had. I don't care. I spent 23 years avoiding his ass just for you to show it me.
I'm glad about this. Realistically, you missed nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this entire scene is a waste of words.
This guy's a shit writer.
Well, it's like
Yes.
the scene shouldn't even be happening because they're like, "We need your help," and they start describing this case of these chain of murders that have happened. Which, of course, there's no indication that they've brought on anybody else to help with this case. So that means this investigator, this detective, has decided that there is something super special about our little gay boy, that he needs his help to solve this case, even though the disc is important. The detective probably doesn't know the disc is important.
But
And the
he knows
detective has no reason to believe, as far as we know so far, that Tom has the disc.
Yes, that's true. No, he's
So
lives.
what purpose is there for him to recruit Tom to help in the case?
He wants to
answer's
stick it
none.
in his ass.
Other than that.
There is no other than that. He just wants to stick it in his ass.
Yeah, so why are we doing the whole roundabout? It's 2019. It's hookup culture time. Just
Because
fucking bang it and be done.
This is an alien. The last broadcast he got were from like what, 1980 something, 1970 something.
I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
There you go.
I can probably skip this entire scene.
Oh, we gotta go through it. We gotta go through it. Yeah, fuck it. It's gonna be awful, but we gotta go through it.
I'm just saying.
It might connect. It might connect awfully. It may not connect at all. We don't know.
We don't know, Derek replied, which is why we need your help. We need you to tell us if Kyle said anything before his 3-week absence.
What the fuck?
That's not help, that's called standard questioning.
Sky is trying way too hard to be the good cop.
Where
He
the
needs to
fuck
stop.
even are we?
We are about halfway through chapter 2, maybe.
Oh. Damn, I'm all the way in chapter fucking 3.
That's too hopeful. I don't. Tom stopped himself and tried to think about it. God damn it. Did Kyle say anything before he disappeared? He sat there trying to remember, then it hit him.
Oh my fucking god! It hit him. Oof. Oh man, it's probably a black eye now.
The last time
Damn.
Tom saw Kyle 3 weeks prior was after a weekend party he threw with him and his friends.
Oh shit, a kegger.
He asked Kyle.
Doubtful. Tom's not that cool.
He asked Kyle.
And Kyle is also a
God.
nobody apparently.
He asked Kyle if he wanted to watch a movie with him at his dorm room, but Kyle declined, saying that he wanted to try this new video game he bought online. I remember asking him if he wanted to see a movie with me after a party, but he said no.
Ooh,
And then he wanted to try out a new game he got off of eBay or something.
off of eBay. Off of eBay.
But that was it, really. After that, I haven't seen him for 3 weeks. A new game?
Oh.
Sarah asked. What kind of game? I don't know, Tom answered with a shrug. He never said, I just said okay when he told me, and that was literally the last time I saw him. He sipped the coffee some more. Well, it's unlikely a video game could have killed Kyle, Derek shrugged, straightening his coat. Anyway, you can go now, Tom. You look like you need some rest.
He looks like he needs some dick from Kyle.
Like,
Hey, little bug.
why? So, in this situation, what reasoning would Tom have right now to not bring up the letter?
I guess. Oh, wait, you're right. He didn't bring it up. He's a psychopath. He murdered him. He doesn't want to bring up the letter because it was.
Exactly. Like, they're talking about the last thing he said to him. The letter is from Kyle.
Where the fuck is Sonic?
Literally the day before. So why hasn't Tom brought up the letter?
Because Tom is a needy fucking.
Tom is the killer, but he doesn't realize it yet because he's compartmentalized.
Compartmentalizing.
Yeah, that one. And
Mixing something.
he doesn't want to be caught. Oh, I'm holding my cup.
What do you have in it? Fucking ball bearings?
Nothing. It's a metal cup.
Oh.
It's stainless steel.
Do you have ice in it?
No, that's the straw banging against it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
The straw is like hard plastic, and then the cup itself is stainless steel.
Oh. Sorry.
You should be.
No.
As he, Sarah, and Tom got out of their chairs,
Wait, hold on. Why is he getting so lazy now writing? He was doing it okay with like the character's dialect and shit, but now he's changing his whole writing style. What?
Because he's weak.
He got lazy. He got tired.
His bloodline is weak, and he will not survive the winter.
Derek handed Tom a piece of paper. Thank you for your help. Here's my number. Jeez, fucking guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I don't know what to say, Bowie.
Here's my number. If anything happens, call me, alright? And if something doesn't happen, call me. Tom took the paper with a nod. Yes, sir. As his hand touched the door, he stopped, then looked at Derek. Will you marry me? Derek Green? Derek Green? What do you make of this?
Detective Green.
I see Derek. Shut up.
Shut the hell up, Bowie.
This is such a dumb fucking movie moment. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is fucking bullshit.
This child. How old is this kid that wrote this? I'm gonna guess about 11 or 12.
It's funny, I'd say the same thing with the original, and that was almost a decade ago.
Yep.
Oh shit! Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I fear for this whoever wrote this.
He has not fucking learned.
Mongoloid. Parroted back. No. But honey.
Oh.
Your words don't have a justified place, Church no.
What do I make
He
of
knows
this?
big words. He wants to use them.
Mm-hmm. What do I make of this? Derek parroted back.
No, you didn't say it right. Okay. Yes, sir. Carry on, sir. Sorry, sir.
What do I make of this? Derek parroted back. Well, I say what happened to your friend and all those people is a hard thing that should never happen to any human being, even if any of them are criminals.
Oh my fucking god, what a cop-out of an answer.
Derek looked at...
Like,
Go ahead.
Tom should just look at him and be like, are you fucking serious right now? Are you having a laugh, mate? Like, no shit, Sherlock. Who do you think did it? What do you think's going on? Like, unbelievable.
Derek looked at his sister, who looked back at him, and then looked at Tom. Way I see it, whoever is doing this is pretty much a fucking psychopath.
Wow, thanks. Your contribution to this conversation is immense, and it's really just better off for it. Thanks.
Go fuck
Fucking
yourself with
useless.
your pink neon fucking bitch.
Just awful. Just awful.
Fuck this bitch. And
I mean, I know there are people that talk like this, but man, what a fucking awfully boring conversation to have. I mean, this guy's just not even answering the fucking questions. He's just spouting off obvious bullshit. Surprised this guy even has his job.
It's a cop-out. Hardcore.
It had been a week after Kyle's body had been discovered by the police. The college was...
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
1 week since you looked at me.
The college was rather shaken up by the news, and the day after they found his body, the staff gave the grievous announcement to the students, and within time, rumors were spreading like wildfire regarding what happened to him. I heard he killed himself, one dark-haired girl said. No way, he was murdered, came the exclaim of a red-haired boy. A glasses-wearing lad worryingly...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Worryingly questioned, "Do you think the killer's still out there?" I heard they found his body a complete mangled mess, a jock proclaimed with excitement.
Fucking garbage.
Hey, Bowie.
Yes.
Bowie. Can I read this one?
Oh shit.
Fucking
Oh, boy,
go
what
for
is
it.
It's so full of raw emotion.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Alright.
Give it a go.
Tom sat miserably in the cafeteria with friends Roger, Mike, and Mike's girlfriend Vicky, just looking at his food while his friends chattered on. Hey, Roger spoke, putting a hand on Tom's shoulder. You alright, man? Probably dumb of me to ask, but you're still... Oh, this is Southern guy. You alright, man? Probably dumb of me to ask, but you're still upset about what happened to Kyle? Mike asked. Tom merely nodded. Yeah, I say we all are, Roger replied. Yo, Roger's a fucking pussy willow. What
I
the
think
fuck?
they're all fucking morons.
They're all fucking morons, but Roger's like the fucking king of the morons.
Still upset about what happened to Kyle, right?
Oh
No,
my God.
but now I am again.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks for the reminder, you fucking pig. Go shop some corn.
I was just sad they didn't have chicken patties today, but now it's even worse.
Now you gotta be Vicky. She all concerned and shit. Vicky Karen.
I like how Mike has a beard.
Mike has a beard.
Oh yeah. So that's a terminology thing for gay dudes who are with women to hide the fact that they're gay.
So they're just a
Yeah, they're called a beard. Yeah.
Oh.
You can't be called gay if you're with somebody. That's not a dude.
Alright.
You don't hear about that kind of thing as much nowadays, but then it was a thing.
No. Okay.
What do you think happened to him? Vicky asked.
Would you fuck off? All of you. Like, if I was Tom, that's what I'd do. Just do it all. You just fuck off. Just get the fuck out of here before I kill all of you.
Yes, sir. Fucking off, sir. Aye, yeah.
Who knows? One thing's certain, whoever killed him still hasn't been caught, Mike said simply.
Fucking God. Fuck these people. Fuck all of them. These people are awful human beings. Who does this? They're fucking psychopaths. Oh man, you're still sad about this? Here, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how he was killed and the killer is still at large. This is fine. Oh my fucking God.
Oh, way to make it creepy, jackass. Vicky groaned, folding her arms in disgust.
Oh my God. My heart.
Just saying, Mike muttered. In any case, Roger spoke up.
Sorry. My dog went onto my sister-in-law. Why are you calling her annoying?
In any case, Roger spoke up. We're all here for you, Tom. You know we are.
Fuck you all. All are assholes.
Thanks, guys, Tom said, smiling a little bit. Tell you one thing. At least they're finally getting around to cleaning Kyle's room up.
Why the fuck do you care about that? What is so happy about that? What about that warrants a smile? Fuck you. You did it. We know you did it.
No, Bug, Layla. No. Go potty. Go outside. Come on. Go potty. Look. Go somewhere with me. Bug, go. Bug. Layla, Bug! Come here!
That is her dog, by the way. Roger continued as he ate his sandwich. About time, too. Vicky responded.
Couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Alana lived next door to Kyle, and she said she couldn't stand the smell that kept coming from his room through the vents. Do you think they got rid of his stuff? Mike asked. Either that, or gave it to his parents. Though I doubt the computer's gonna be of any use to them, Roger replied. Computer, Tom muttered.
You know what? I'm gonna look something up real quick. Because this isn't adding up in my head. This whole smell thing.
Even without air conditioning, it takes a while. And even
Well, yeah,
then
that's the thing.
And even then it builds.
Bowie,
Ah.
what does the paragraph you're on begin with?
Roger continued as he ate a sandwich.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So humans, the stench usually takes 24 hours to 3 days. Kyle went down there that day that he received the gift, right?
Yes.
Or Tom, I mean, Kyle.
Yes.
So within 24 hours, or hell, not even necessarily 24 hours, Kyle delivered the gift and then died soon after. It would have to have been like immediately after.
Yep.
In order for his body to stink.
Yep.
Well, rapid decomposition. We don't know the temperature, and we don't know the temperature of the building.
I'm gonna assume it's standard room temperature. I doubt it's like a fucking freezer in there, or that it's a fucking sweat house.
But what if it was like a sauna? What if something was broken?
I doubt it.
Yeah, what if they're like the
'Cause
US...
we weren't told that, so we have to assume that, you know, it didn't happen. It wasn't like that. Because, you know, we're idiots who have to be told every detail.
Fair enough.
In my experience, you're lucky to have air conditioning. Fuck.
Also, once they remove the body, it's not going to continue to smell.
Yes, that's true too. Putrefaction had already.
This guy just seems a little overly obsessed with the smell, is what I'm getting at. When it's like, yeah, it doesn't smell good, but, you know, we don't have to keep bringing it up.
But the smell.
And pointing out that the neighbor couldn't stand the smell coming through the vents. Like, the body was removed, like, literally within 24 hours of the death. Like, there's not really much of an odor continuously going.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The author has absolutely no concept of time, because remember, he kept timing everything meticulously in the last story.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have at least read last.
No. You would have saved yourself a lot of brain cells by not reading it.
It was bad.
Computer's gonna be of any use to him. Roger replied. Computer, Tom muttered. The laptop he saw in Kyle's room, he gave it to him as a graduation gift. For some reason, he felt it wouldn't be right for that thing to just get tossed. He stood up from his seat. I'll be right back, guys. He ran down the empty halls, hoping the laptop was still in the room. When he reached Kyle's door, he saw it was open, and there were black plastic bags on the side. Inside, he could see the room had been emptied out and cleaned, and he saw a short, middle-aged woman wiping the windows. "Excuse me," he asked, walking in. The lady turned to look at him. "Oh, hello, dear," she responded in a kind Midwestern voice. "What can I do for you?" "Oh, not much, it's just, Tom explained. "That's not explaining!" The guy who lived here was a friend of mine. I gave him this laptop, and I was wondering if I could get it back, you know, to honor his memory and such.
Yeah, bet.
"Is that right?" the lady asked. "Well, you're in luck, dear. I put it over there." She pointed to the bed, which had be freshly made. Found it. Sitting on it was Kyle's laptop. Ugh.
Also, honor his memory and such by taking his laptop. I mean, you could have just, like, nobody's gonna buy into that, like, you're honoring the memory by doing that. She just owned up to it and been like, yeah, this laptop was a gift. Is it okay if I were to just get it back? Like, wording it in honoring his memory is just like, it sounds like you're just trying to get free shit. Is what it sounds like.
So free as fucking.
Just sounds sus as fuck.
You can go on and have it. Though the screen's cracked and I couldn't turn it on. Tom looked at the laptop and then picked it up. "Thank you, ma'am." With that, he bid her goodbye and left to put the laptop in his room and headed back to the cafeteria before lessons continued.
Just throw it out. It's broken. You can't turn it on. Just toss it. Why are you holding on to it? Whatever.
It's a precious gift.
No. Well, she didn't know that. She wouldn't have known that it was a gift and that should have been set aside. For all she knew, it was fucking trash. Because it's been busted up and everything. But of course, for whatever reason, it's important to the story. Therefore, we have to find some bullshit way to get it back into the protagonist's hands.
Hours later, after class, Tom had returned to his room to get a good look at Kyle's laptop. It appeared to be in somewhat decent condition, if a little dusty, with the exception of the cracked fucking screen.
And the cum dried on the keyboard.
Yes, that. The only damage it seemed to have is that its screen was slightly cracked in a couple places. The cracks were only minor, but Tom wasn't sure if the screen was still functional. Is it broken or not? I'm getting mixed signals.
Man, like, who the fuck knows anymore? Writer doesn't know what he's doing. Story doesn't know what it's doing. Nobody knows what they're doing.
Tom looked into the
No, like, it's all a gray area right now.
It is. Tom looked into the blackness of the cold laptop screen. It had been turned off.
Just like him.
He remembered it.
His lovers alive.
He remembered it had been off since the last time he saw it in Kyle's room.
Bullshit.
Tom leaned in and pressed the power button. No response. He didn't want to assume that it was broken just yet. Grabbing his charger, he plugged the laptop in and waited. A few minutes of waiting later...
Same computer?
What the fuck?
He bought matching computers. His charge was the exact same as his. How romantic.
Aww. After a few minutes of waiting later, a small icon appeared on the black screen, the indication of battery power. Tom let out a sigh of relief. It was still fully functional. It just needed a full recharge. Turning off the cracked screen, he closed the laptop and then texted his friend, Mike.
It's charging, guys. It's fully functional. The battery and screen works. It's fully functional. Oh my fucking god. It's none of it works. Just because the fucking power supply works does not mean it's fully functional. You realize computers aren't just a brick of machine that just works, right? They have parts, multiple parts that do different things. The screen and the thing that makes the icon appear and the power supply are completely separate of other components. The thing could be fucking just... Oh, there could be other shit wrong with it. You don't know. It's working fine, but it was diagnosed as broken. Yep, okay, sure. Bet.
It's fine, but it's broken.
Yeah, like the lady who found it and said it was broken didn't think to plug it in and charge it. Fuck Christ. It's fucking unbelievable. The fucking writer is so desperate to try to make things happen. He's bending like logic backwards to make people stupid enough to make the story he wants happen. Rather than making something happen through logic and reasonable behavior.
Hey Mike, are you and Roger still on for later today? Mike responded, for sure, man. BTW, did you get that laptop? Tom replied, yeah, it's only cracked and it needs a recharge, but other than that, it's still in good condition. Cool, man, Mike texted in return.
For somebody who hasn't done full diagnostics on this computer, he's awfully confident this is only a crack. And if every other computer in this case has been destroyed, why isn't this destroyed? Why are you assuming it's still functional? Just because it's charging. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Jumping through a lot of hoops to make this laptop work.
What are you gonna do with it? Gonna pawn it off or something? Tom paused for a moment and pondered that question, but immediately responded.
Wait,
He pause?
how did he pause for a moment and then immediately... What?
I mean, I don't know why we need to know that he paused for a moment when this is a fucking conversation having through text messages.
Right.
The time is all relative. Who cares?
What the fuck?
Nah, it was Kyle's laptop, plus I was the one that gave it to him as a gift, so it wouldn't be right to just get rid of it, you know?
Also, should have capitalized, nah. Fucking idiot.
Lol, I hear ya, man. Anyway, GTG, me and Roger will see you
Laughing out
later.
loud. It's hilarious. It was Kyle's laptop. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these friends he keeps around?
Fucking...
They are insensitive as hell. They do not give a shit.
Hey, I know Kyle died yesterday, but fucking suicides, am I right?
I know Kyle's dead, but lol, you should pawn that laptop, dude. Get that hella cash, lol. At least his death was good for something, lol.
The weekend came again after that Friday night. Tom was alone in his room, on his computer, studying, while Kyle's laptop was still busy charging up. Fucking Christ. It doesn't take that long.
Seriously.
Maybe if it's a
what kind of
shit
laptop
computer.
did he get him? Like, yeah, like fucking, did you buy a dollar bin laptop? Holy shit. Should not take that long to charge. And also, most laptops you can use while they're charging. They just have to reach a minimum power, and then they're good to go.
Again, Zach, this person's an alien.
Does not understand how technology works.
Those are
Makes me wonder how he got here.
because-
Unless his alien parents were just like, this one is below the required IQ. Dump it through the trash chute, and then fucking land it on our planets trying to figure shit out.
Wait, are we all in the same time zone or are we different? It's 11:09 over here.
Yeah, it's 11:09.
We're all East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Alright, y'all know too much. I have to kill you now.
No!
I'll be with you soon.
Fuck.
Hangs
Oh,
up from
fuck.
call.
Oh, shit.
It seemed like it was taking a very long time to get to full power. And there were
No shit, man. It's fucking taking all day. Literally all fucking day. It should not take that long.
and there were times Tom had to remove the charger plug in order to keep his own fully charged.
What the fuck are you doing? Stop streaming HD full screen porn. Come on, man.
Right now, Kyle's
Dude,
lap-
I can charge my Mac from like 2% to 100 in like 2 hours. Tops.
Too, everybody makes fun of me.
Yeah, it's a couple of years old. It's, you know,
Whatever.
I got it as part of my school program because that's what they offered through package. But
Thank you.
yeah, fucking, it should not. First of all, like it shouldn't take. Okay, well, actually, first of all, you mean to tell me you don't have more than one or that Kyle didn't have a charging cable that you could have grabbed and used, or you couldn't go and buy another one? Because you have multiple outlets. If you have another cable, like,
Thank you.
you don't have to cycle through the cables. And then on top of that, like, it's not that hard to keep your laptop charged and charge another one.
Yeah.
This is incompetence. Like, it's like some of these scenes happen at different parts of the day.
They are.
And he's like visualize. Well, yeah, they are. But it's like he's visualized these scenes taking part at specific times of day, and then realize his timeline doesn't match up with those scenes in that way. And so now he's just finding things, or they are just finding things to cram in there to rationalize why they're taking place at those times of day. And it's fucking dumb.
Yep. Right now, Kyle's laptop was at 11% power. Not enough to do much on it. After a full fucking day, it's 11%. As Tom typed away in his studying, he began to remember when Kyle died. He still felt a nasty pang of guilt every time he looked back on that day. Even though Green had told him it wasn't his fault, he still believed he should at least have done something to prevent it. He then remembered seeing the photos of all those bodies, all dead in the same way as his friend, his guilt fading into dread over the thought of the culprit responsible for those murders still being out there and not behind bars. He had given thought about finding and confronting the bastard that took Kyle's life away, but ultimately he decided to let Green and his sister find the murderer. A job much easier said than done, clearly, if they still had no leads. However, Tom felt he could trust Detective Green on this. From their last conversation, Tom was pretty sure that Green was a good cop. He'll catch the creep, Tom said to himself.
I would not be that confident.
No?
After being told that there have been countless other incidents with no other clues of what's going on, I would not hold my breath.
Quit your worrying. Green's gonna catch him. He tried to redirect his thoughts onto the last time he spoke to Kyle. How Kyle had said he found something... he found some really cool game that he wanted to try out. Tom had already concluded that the X-marked CD disc Kyle had sent him was the very same game he had bought before his disappearance, though why he sent it to Tom before his death, Tom couldn't well figure out. The more he thought about it, however, the more he began to wonder, what was so great about this game Kyle had bought? Was this game really so good that it required Kyle to not attend class for weeks, or see his friends, or, Tom dared to think, not know he was targeted for murder? Tom turned to look at the game disc that sat on his table, the faint X mark on the plastic of the disc shown by the light of the dorm. Of the room. Tom just couldn't stop wondering, what was so great about this game?
This is like pulling teeth.
Imagine having such a garbage computer that it can't run at 11% battery. Like, it being at 11% doesn't mean it can't run. That's not how computers work. It's not how laptops work.
Yeah, that's another break. Fucking Christ.
Oh my fucking word, man. That's just awful.